Nutcracker and the Four Realms, and some other movies. What do you think?
Merry Christmas.
Well, yeah.
It feels a little early for that, but Disney says it's time, so we get this very modern retelling of the classic Nutcracker. And just, I can't stress that enough, this isn't your grandmother's Nutcracker. Okay. This one is, they use all kinds of visual effects to kind of take Clara and send her into this epic action adventure. And it's getting high praise for those visual effects. This is a movie that looks pretty, but it's also getting almost universally criticized for having really a story that doesn't live up to it. It's sort of an empty calorie, hollow story. So I think the little kids will be dazzled by it, but most discerning adults will be kind of looking at their watches.
So you're suggesting I'll like it? Okay,
exactly
gotcha.
right.
I understand. I got that. I understand. All right. Now, a movie about Queen.
Queen.
Not Queen Elizabeth.
No, the rock band Queen. It's called Bohemian Rhapsody. And people have been excited about this one ever since the first pictures of actor Rami Malek first were released as Freddie Mercury.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks just like him. And he is, by all accounts, the reason to go see this film. I haven't seen it yet, but the critical consensus is in his favor. He's an incredible, him and the music in the movie are very good. But again, this one doesn't have a story that bolsters it. For example, it's a movie about Queen, but it's rated PG-13, so something's incomplete there.
Interesting. All right, but he might be a reason to go see it.
Exactly. Precisely.
Interesting. All right, now a remake of a horror classic.
Yes, Suspiria. It's a 1977 Italian horror cult classic that's remade for the big screen. It stars Dakota Johnson as an American dancer who joins a dance company in 1977 in Berlin that it turns out is run by a coven of witches. And this one, it ends up being a movie that is built around moments of ghastly, stomach-turning body horror interrupted by stretches of pretension. So I didn't enjoy this movie at all. I think horror fans will have to go see it because it is a beautiful looking movie and it's got really impressive gore effects. But this one's for sickos only, and they know who they are.
Now you're showing off with your analysis. That's what happens when you bring a print guy on. All right, and then finally, as often happens with us, the movie that you really like.
This is my favorite movie of the week. It's called Can You Ever Forgive Me? It's a Melissa McCarthy movie, but it's probably not what you think of when you think of a Melissa McCarthy movie. It's not a goofball comedy. This is a biopic about the writer Lee Israel, who when her writing career kind of hit the skid, she turned to literary forgery, forging letters from celebrities and selling it to collectors. And there are laughs to be had here, but it really gives McCarthy a chance to show her dramatic range, and she does a great job in it. Wonderful supporting role from Richard E. Grant. This one could stick around come Oscar time.
It's interesting sometimes to hear comedy actors talk about how underrated comedy actors often are.
They need dramatic skills to sell those jokes. It's very complex, and she's got the skills.
Mike Scott, thank you. So the Nutcracker out already. 8:48. Don't tell Shelby Latino Merry Christmas. Don't do
I am a Thanksgiving girl until it's time for Christmas. So we got to get through Thanksgiving.